Hey, 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 how's it going, everybody? And all of a sudden, Jeff turned sideways. I don't know what happened there. How's it going, everybody? It's another
I'm
episode of The
on.
Tribe. We are live. We are back in action. You're getting three of us today, unless somebody else joins us, which we might have two others join us. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe three. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. But boy, there's that heroic music kicking in. Let's
Get me pumped.
I feel stronger.
I know, right? There's no fade out, so I have to do this manually. I have to like just gradually slide the volume down to make it sound better. There we go. Then I have to stop it. Nope, didn't stop it. There we go. All right, so I screwed that up. No time for notes today. Hey, everybody, please let us know. Somebody smash the like button or say something in the chat. If you're here in the chat, let us know that we are live. Says we're live. Don't really know for sure. Because I don't see anybody in the chat. But that's probably my fault because I'm not keeping these things on a regular schedule. But I do want to say welcome to my buddies that are here today, Brian Carr and Jeff the Scribe. How you guys doing?
I'm good.
Doing
I'm
good.
good.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Jeff, I hear you're laid up, buddy. What's going on?
I was walking to the gate because we're in a gated community, and I think I twisted my ankle. So that's
Ouch.
the price of going too fast.
There you go. You know what? Like, just say, look, there was a bear,
Yeah.
and I fought that bear.
I had to run.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to outrun somebody else.
Yes, that's all you got to do is run faster than somebody else. That's right. I saw a meme the other day that my wife shared with me that was like having kids makes you a morning person the way that running from a bear makes you a runner, and that's what it's like. Because neither one of us are morning people, but you have to be when you've got three school age kids.
Yep.
And now, starting Monday, we're going to have a high schooler, a middle schooler, and an elementary schooler. And all of them have to be at school at three different times. All of them get home at three different times. Some of them have band practices at three different times, two different times. It is wild. All right, so we are going to be joined by somebody else. We do have somebody in the waiting room in the behind the scenes jungle area, and that is our good friend El Spooky Zorro. How's it going, buddy?
What's up, guys?
What's
What's
up,
up?
Rob?
I don't think I'm going to stay on too long because I might have to jump off. My daughter just
That's
woke
okay.
up.
Yep.
That's okay, man. I'm just glad you could join us this morning. Real quickly, I stopped at a Walmart because I was talking to a buddy. I have a friend of mine locally, Scott, who I do the podcast with. If you guys haven't heard, I do a podcast. We do. It's called Across the Toyverse, and it's all things action figures and toys. Because you know what? There's not a lot of toy podcast out there anymore. It used to be a ton. Used to be a ton. I don't know. I don't know why it's kind of fallen off. Maybe YouTube's picked up and whatever. But anyway, I have a buddy of mine that every time he comes to one of our meetups or lunches or we go on a road trip together or a toy hunt, he always has like a couple of pencil cases, like soft pencil cases. He has action figures in them and he just brings them along for the ride. And I thought that's a really cool idea. And with it being back to school season, I better stop at Walmart and pick up a couple of pencil cases. And I got a couple of clear ones that are like, I don't know, maybe like 9x7, 9x6, something like that. But I picked up a couple and then I just covered them in like all of the stickers that I have from like
Great
all of
idea.
I have two of these now, and I just sat here while I was waiting for the show to start and just covered them all. But I wanted to show, look right here. Look right there. Look who's in the middle. Real super big. Look at that. Who's that? That's my buddy right there.
Yeah.
That's my buddy. And then there's my other buddy. There's my other buddy. I don't know Eric, but I did grow up with him. But yeah, and these are just it's got a little zipper on the side. And now like when I jump in the car for like a car ride, just throw a figure in there, all the hands and accessories, whether it be a Mythics or a Valaverse or an SH Figure Arts. Anyway, I don't know why I'm sharing that. It
Those
had
are
it
nice
had
cases.
Rob's sticker. It had Rob's sticker on there. $4, $3.50, something like that. Okay, so well, let's just get right into it. Who do we have in the stream? We got J Mac. He's first, second, and third in the chat. So good to see you, J Mac. Glad you could join us, buddy. I'm sure people will trickle in as they figure out that we're live. Let's see, a couple things. We've got some updates on AWOK this week, courtesy of Brick through the official AWOK Kickstarter. We're going to get into that. But one of the things he's going to mention, and one of the things I wanted to kick the show off with, is if anybody has not had a chance, if you don't know, they have sent out, look at there's our buddy Blake Recon Rage. Good morning. Good morning, Blake.
Yep, Blake.
He was up late on the Purple Gang Gang show last night, kicking it with the Purple Gang Gang guys. They give away a Cleric Paladin. I believe that was G's wife won
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Nice.
Congratulations to her for picking that up. That's awesome. That's what a win. What a win.
Good one.
But let's see here. If you didn't know, if you head over to Mad Hatter Reviews, he did get in one of the prototypes. Jason graciously sent him out the Void, which he did not know who he was getting. And he kind of he found out on camera who he got there to open up and review. And I just did a quick screen grab. I watched this pretty immediately after it went up. And this is awesome. If you have not seen this yet, head over there. I'll put the link in the description. Or if one of you guys want to grab it and throw it in the chat right now, you certainly can. I just don't have it handy in my browser. But it is a prototype, so the joints are going to be a little loose. But he did show off that you can swap out the hand, the arm, with like a cannon and a claw. It's got some very trap jaw action going on. Man, this figure looks gorgeous. I've seen it I've seen this prototype in person a couple of times now, and it is incredible. He does some size comparisons of how big these bodies are, and we are getting one. Jason is sending me one. I know which one that I am getting. I believe I'm going to be getting Hannibal. So I'll be taking a look at Hannibal. And so probably more than likely the next time we go live, I'll have some video and some pictures to share of that. So we can get a chance to check those out and see. He's sending one to different YouTubers and sending them out one at a time, which is great. It's the way you have to do it. That way, if something catastrophic happened with the post office, then he's not out all of his prototypes, because these things are expensive to get your hands on one.
That's true.
Yeah, I watched the Mad Hatter review, and it's the sculpting and the detail on this. It's just, that's why I was so excited for all the figures that are coming, because it just looks like they're taking leaps and bounds on the sculpting detail. It looks like these. I can't wait for all the stuff that's coming, and that's just this is just an example of it.
Yes, absolutely. It's extremely important, I feel, and I think Brick has kind of backed me up on this, that it seems like this is I don't want to, be all buzzworthy, but a paradigm shift for them. I think that the next two waves, so these brawler bodies and the speedster bodies are going to be, and the female bodies are going to be just what this line needs to energize it, because it has been a while since we've got some new figures. And they know that, we know that, fans know that, everybody is on that. But I think this is what it's really going to need. This line really needs these bucks right now, and it's really they're going to turn a corner. This right here is really going to, when people start getting these in hand and picking them up and playing with them at shows, man, just wait, guys, just wait. Blake says, yeah, he was on with the PGG and then on Wraith Mace, Warhammer, Joy Toy live stream till very late. Wow. And if you all like Warhammer and Joy Toy, join me and Wraith every Saturday night from 8 till 11 Pacific. 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern. I'll figure it out here in a minute. Time, words. Yeah, Blake, these prototypes do look awesome. Thralling FR Glory. Hello, folks. How's it going? So we'll be getting one. Like I said, I believe we're getting Hannibal, and we're going to be taking a look at that in the coming weeks. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. Also, Brick did a pretty extensive update on the official AWOK Kickstarter. So if you backed this, you will be getting these updates automatically sent to you in the email. But if you didn't back it and you're not on the email list and you're not getting these, you can always just Google AWOK AWOK Kickstarter or Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Kickstarter, and then just click updates, the updates tab. I think they're up to about 70 updates now. And so this one is pre-production. So we're just kind of going to go through it real quick. The work at the factory continues and the joint prep, as we described last time, is moving forward at a full clip. Fingers crossed. The adjusted timeline we shared last time is still within reach. We are expecting factory samples at the end of August, and we'll be taking lots of photos as soon as they arrive to share here. Definitely check out the last update for details, but here's the quick recap. The goal, barring any factory delays, custom hangups, or shipping issues outside of Spero's control, is for backers to have wave one of the Kickstarters, which will be the Brawler Buck figs like Kali, Prime, Hannibal, shipped out right before the start of LegionsCon on November 7th. So I think we can all, clap and be celebratory for that. That seems amazing. If that happens, then we will go ahead and bring a very limited number to sell at LegionsCon in November the 7th through the 9th, which is also incredible. That is so cool that they're going to have them there. However, if the Kickstarter backers wave one packages have not finished shipping before LegionsCon, we will not bring them to the show. So that's just letting you know that they are going to fulfill Kickstarter backer orders first. Hopefully they will get them out in enough time to bring them to the show because they know people really want to get their hands on them. We really appreciate our Kickstarter backers who help make these figures happen, and we feel strongly that your figures should be en route to you before others get a shot to play with these wonderful toys. In the meantime, Jason's been busy printing and painting more prototypes of the Kickstarter figures. To be clear, the original prototype paint masters have long since been done, and the factory has them for their use. These are a new set based on requests. We'll be sharing as many process shots as I can get from Jason to share here because we realized that there was a lot of work that wasn't well documented. Stay tuned for more. The goal is also to have versions of these shown at upcoming conventions and toy shows. First up will be Corvius and Kanji, so that they can get some colors. So we have some shots of that sort of like in progress. So here is some of the lizard bodies and the speedster, which these are just looking incredible.
That's
Like, yeah, I'm just looking at all the scales and all the detail. Oh my gosh. And like all of the look at
awesome. The cloth
con
sculpt.
yeah, like look at the detail, and I hope you guys can see that on screen. The like the woven pattern that's in the cloth goods are, well, they're not soft goods, but the woven cloth pattern on Kanji's chest plate just looks incredible. Here's like some fully painted paint masters looking, just look at that green and purple. Oh, it's so good.
So good.
I like the brown in the middle. Cuts it off.
Yeah, like
Nice,
that's
nice
so
split.
good. And then the metallic, the purple metallic and the blue metallic, I'm loving that.
Yeah.
And then look at the sneaky little shot in the background. Have we seen that guy before? I don't know if we've seen it or seen
I
it in
don't
that
think so.
colorway, but that's
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
That's
and
another-
then
I'll
definitely
be right
what
back,
Rob's
guys.
here for. Check
There
this
we
out
go.
right here. Look at this guy.
as he leaves.
Oof.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm loving this. Yeah. Again, these will be at upcoming shows, including Jolanda in Duluth, Georgia from September 26th and 28th, which I will be attending, by the way. And at LegionsCon in Whippany, New Jersey from November 7th through the 9th. If you're able to come through, please come and see and meet the Spero team in person. So, yeah, man, these are just looking incredible.
And I love that he's got a holster on his belt. And I'm hoping that they are going to put a lot more weapon storage on the newer guys, because that was one thing a lot of people have been asking for. So that would be really cool. But seeing the holster is really a good sign.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think Rob had to dip out. He kind of told us he was probably going to have to jump when he needed to because I think he had to go somewhere. Let's see. Checking back in with the chat. Monarch Prime here, Jersey Shore Juggernaut. Good afternoon, Tribesman. I love that. I love that name, Tribesman. That's really good. Blake says, great news, more money needed. Yeah, right? Like,
Yep.
yeah, we're already trying to calculate how much money that we're going to need for LegionsCon, right? Like trying to figure out, like there's certain things that we're like, okay, well, if you haven't had a chance to get your hands on All Stars Wave 6 or All Star 6, that'll be at LegionsCon. So you got to allot money for that. Potentially 2, is it, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, are there potentially 2 waves of Cosmics
Planned for
delivering
the end by the end of the year.
by the end of the year? So
We're
potentially
looking at
one.
We're looking at one by LegionsCon.
One by LegionsCon, okay.
One by LegionsCon. So that's another thing. Then we know they're doing the armory experience.
Mhm.
We don't know what it's going to be. We know that more than likely they're going to have a mystery figure or a like not the con exclusives.
Paper
Those
drop.
are, I mean, which we know like everybody's going to need to buy uh two of, right? Because you can make one of the two Crossroads figures per package, so you'll need to buy four total
Yep.
to get everybody. So we got a lot of money for that, and then we're gonna have like whatever the mystery figure is, which my fingers are crossed that the mystery figure is the cleric paladin. I really hope we see that at the show. Like, if that's the mystery figure, I would be totally happy. Like, if they're like, this is what we have, and we want people to. I mean, I just don't. It's a perfect time to get people excited for the um, role playing game, which will be launching just what 3 months afterwards
Yep.
after LegionsCon. So
February, right?
I'm hoping it's there. So yeah, save some money for
Remember,
some new AWOK.
they said there's going to be more exclusives announced too, not just those the Crossroads. There's going to be more, and the Barbarian will be there if people haven't gotten that.
Right. Yeah, the Barbarian. And then we have we know that Valiverse is going to have a LegionsCon exclusive this year, which is
Mhm.
looking really good. That guy looks dope. He's sort of like a Day of the Dead soldier with his face painted up in the Day of the Dead paint.
A reinterpretation of Sidewinder.
Okay.
We already have Sidewinder, but it's with Dia de la Muertes paint job. So
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
It looks
great.
so good. Like that's one I'm like, of all of the exclusives, this Valaverse's exclusives that he's had this year, this is the one I'm the most excited for. The one at LegionsCon for sure. So yeah, lots o moolah needed. Yeah, exactly. Seriously, Blake, I was thinking the same thing. Let's see here. Are the lizard bodies also expected sometime around LegionsCon?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I think only the wave with the brawlers.
Brawlers,
And
right.
from what I understand, because I talked with Jason at Joe Fest, I think was the last show that I went to that I saw him. He basically said, and if Brick shows up and is in the chat, he can correct me. But I believe the way I understood it was that because they're behind on production, what they did was Jason split up the figures into three different factories or multiple different factories. So all of the brawlers went to one factory. The lizards, I believe, all went to another factory. And then I believe maybe the speedster bucks went to maybe a third factory, if I'm remembering correctly, so
Sounds
that
right.
they're all working at the same time. And so that they can all get them all, as opposed to one factory trying to do all of one and then do all that. So it would just delay. So I don't think so. I think the brawlers are the furthest along, which is why we're going to be getting them. But somebody knows better than me, please pop it in the chat and let me know. Let's see here. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, right? Like, what's that yellow lizard guy in the background? Right, because we all know that people are doing this, right? Like, it's not just the sneaky guys at Spero. If you guys pay attention to like certain other channels, pay attention to another toy line that is known for making a lot of lizard action figures. They put lots of nods to upcoming things in the background, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink. So yeah, I don't know who that guy is in the background, but he's dope, and I want one.
Yeah.
Because that looks fire, and I love that colorway. So I hope
think
that.
we've seen that head sculpt. I think I want to say it's like the alternate head sculpt that
I
they.
think you're right.
But the
That's
colorway is not something we've seen.
Yeah, that's fire. That is absolutely fire. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah, we don't know who that is, but I can't wait. It looks like he can hang out with a Thraxian. Yep, absolutely. For sure. Yeah, there we go. That's right. Fire. Uh Blake said I went back to dancing at night, making money on stage 3. That's right, dude. You got to do something. Sell feet pics. Got to do something to make that cash. Monarch says he will definitely be at LegionsCon. Absolutely, man. That's
Awesome.
cool, man.
That'd
Plus the G-Con wave, Monster Force will be there. Yep. Oh man, dude. Yeah, we've got so much.
be, yeah,
Oh, that's
Big
right.
Bad Workshop's gonna be there.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Let's see here. Yeah, please. I definitely won't miss you at LegionsCon. No, you better not. Like, I don't know if Greg and I are going to do a live double jointed. Um, We've been asked a couple times if we're going to do that. I don't know. Greg and I are still trying to figure that out. It's not a question of whether or not they'll let us. I think they would. Um, I just don't know if we're going to or not, but we might. Greg and I need to talk. We need to talk. There's a lot to figure out. Yeah, can't wait for the reptile guys. Yeah, there's so many. There's so many
Yeah.
good ones coming out.
Well, that's
Especially this guy.
every single figure coming out. If you go down the list, every one is just amazing. It's and as
Absolutely.
much as my wallet doesn't want there to be the Brawlers there, I really do want them because I just can't wait to get every single one of them as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. 100%. So yeah, start saving your pennies, guys, because you're gonna need them. And now's the time to start selling stuff too. Like if you're gonna be, shifting some of your collections, some of you guys are like me, and you have to have like a revolving collection. You have to sell some stuff to buy some new stuff. Now's the time, man. Don't wait because it'll be here before you know it. Let's see here. Let's also talk about the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom photo collab. You definitely don't want to miss this. This is something that all the guys over like this is what the community is all about, right here, right? It's like getting these guys together, everybody getting together. This is the actual one. Jeff or Brian, what is the actual hashtag for this? It's AWOK 52 collab. Is that right?
That sounds right.
I want to say AWOK collab 52.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Somebody look that up and let me know because I want to make sure. Because this is the official list for August. So some of these dates are already past due. Some of them are coming up. So if you want to get in, basically what you want to do here is let's see here. I'm going to read off this one, even though it's past. This was the photographs were due August 4th. They published on August 6th, and that is the four-legged companion. Team your animal warrior of the kingdom figure with a dog, cat, dinosaur, or any other animal with four legs, not seahorses or not. Seahorses come to mind. Be inspired by he was inspired by crypto, and I did go out and take a photo of this, but I didn't remember how to send it in and how to get it to the guys, so I just didn't. But here is my picture here. I had a little guy right out of my front yard. I grabbed my Velociraptor and like stuff from Jurassic Park and stuck that out there, and have one of my guys hunting him in my front yard. Looks very jungly
Very general.
right there.
But wow.
Yeah, but my front yard's really not jungly. I have like one tree and that's it. Like it's pretty barren actually. But yeah, I just so I got inspired because that sounded fun. But here's some that are upcoming. So basically, the one that is due on August 11th, which what is today? Today's the 10th. So tomorrow, get this in by tomorrow night, and it'll publish on the 13th. That's photographer's choice. That's the best. There's no requirements. Just take an AWOK pic and send it in. Use that hashtag, but I think you also need to send it to one of the people who's organizing this, right? Like, so you'll need to send it to like Endless Fables, probably, I think, or at least contact him and let him know you want to be included. And then on the 18th, published on the 20th, photographer's choice 1 year anniversary of the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom collab group. I didn't know that was their 1 year anniversary, so congrats to those guys. That's really cool. Congrats. Celebrate our 1 year anniversary. I'll be gifting one participant this week with a custom AWOK figure. What? I will write a bio, customize, and add parts to the figure. This figure won't be photographed except to keep a copy for myself. I hope you'll share it in your photography. If you're not a resident in the continental United States, I may need some help with shipping charges. So that's really dope. Okay, guys, I'm gonna make sure that I get on this, and I'm gonna do that because I want to win. And then due on the 25th, we'll publish on the 27th. Space, the Final Frontier. Take a picture of a space theme. Jeff, this seems right up your alley. AWOK and Cosmics. Come on.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Get going.
That's it. That's right.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, you can do it from your bed, dude. You ain't got to get up and walk around. Have your wife bring some AWOKs and Cosmics into your bed.
Just set him on the comforter. Use
He's like,
the space.
Yeah. He's like, that's every Tuesday night. I don't know. That's nothing different. Let's see here. Let's see here. What do we got? Freaky figures or freaks figures. How's it going? How's it going? I want to collab the AWOK lizards with some of the Savage Crucible. 100%. And don't forget, we've got some snake guys in Legions figures. We got the snakes that
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called. The reptiles that we got. That was like an exclusive figure last year. Not an
Wow.
exclusive, but
The
the
Ninian.
what? The
Ninian.
Ninians.
Ninian.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, everybody's getting in on that lizard. Everybody wants to be jungle fighting. Let's see here. That would be awesome. Awesome sauce. If you did do it live, yeah, we might. Yeah, we're talking about it. We need to kind of get on the ball and figure things out. Greg's got a busy rest of the year. The man's getting married, so that's a lot. It's a lot to plan. I can't imagine. Boone. That's right. Yeah, Boone. That's this guy's name, right? And is that
The
correct?
fox.
That's
Yep.
his.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then yeah, I am too, eagerly awaiting kanji. Anybody that comes with a bow and arrow, like if that's your weapon of choice, like and now Boone lover extraordinaire.
Speak of the
Dude, you
boon.
missed this picture that we posted
I
where he
know.
popped out.
Sorry, I had to make Frankie breakfast really quick.
No, man, absolutely. You got to do what you got to do, man. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. You're here. But they were just showing some of the paint work that we have. And then check this out. We were talking about this. Look at this holster right here.
Are
Some
these going to
weapon
be
storage.
at Jolanta and LegionsCon? This one?
Yeah,
They show
the
off?
prototypes.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
there's I think there's another hidden gem in this photo. If you look off to the side of his cyber arm, is
Oh,
that
yeah.
one
What's
of the human heads?
human
Or
heads right there? Absolutely. You're
for
totally
the new
correct. Yeah,
human
Rob,
character?
also we were talking about this photo and there looks to be like a lizard guy that we haven't seen before. It
The
looks like
one in the
maybe we've
back.
seen the head before, maybe.
Yeah, it might just be a different color variant or something.
Yeah, but a colorway that we haven't seen. People have been going nuts for that. That looks incredible. Yeah, these people love to hide stuff. Uh, I know secrets from certain companies that just not from them and not from Mythics, but from another I know secrets, and I've been told to look for secrets in the background in live streams, and now I'm like, you know, like before Harbinger Studios, who does Savage Crucible, before they announced the Elric figure, there was an Elric comic book that would kept showing up in the background
Mhm.
and it would get moved around and they would put it in different backgrounds and you would see Elric back there and they made sure that was like their way of teasing what was coming. So pay attention. So yeah, we were just kind of going through and talking about some upcoming AWOK collab photos. And so every week on this show, I always ask, whenever we do an episode, I ask everybody to like send in a photograph of something that you have found AWOK related that you love. And you guys came through in spades because we've got some really good ones. Andy's not here today. He couldn't join us, but Andy sent one in. This one, there was a collab prompt. It said include Superman or include a superhero. This was to celebrate the launch of Superman in theaters. And I love this. I thought this was great. I love the colors and like how it's kind of like desaturated a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, it seems
This
like
looks
Colin
great.
Spinks can go with so many different things. He kind of just looks like he's defeated there. Sometimes he looks like he's smirking. Sometimes he just it's a versatile figure.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this definitely looks like some wild ape emperor that Superman had to battle. Seems right up James Gunn's alley. Like, to have like Superman fighting an ape king. That sure, why not? Like anything's possible.
Look at the depth of field that he got on the
Yeah,
background. Like it's just
it's really good.
that's good depth.
Also, too, like these figures are not the same scale. You've got a 6 inch and a 7 inch, and you wouldn't know it because they used the fact that he's holding him up off the ground and much higher. So you're not getting like a level like head to head like comparison. And I
Yeah.
love that because that's we talk about that all the time. Like it's okay like if you have characters that are in different scale, if you just use space and depth of field and like things like this, like either somebody kneeling or somebody crouching or somebody ducking, like it's okay. Like you can mix it, you can kind of fudge it a little bit. So a toy photo guy always bringing it. Yeah, I know, right? Like custom AWOK. Rob, so one of the things I don't since you were gone, I wanted to make sure you knew about. So the upcoming August 18th, due on August 18th, published on August 20th for the official collab. It's Photographer's Choice. It's the 1 year anniversary of the collab photo group. And to celebrate, they'll be gifting one participant with a custom AWOK figure. They'll write a bio, customize it, and add parts to the figure. The figure won't be photographed except for keeping a copy for himself. And so that's really cool. So if you join in and you participate, you could be in the drawing
I
for
would
a
I would lose that in a second because I'm terrible at picture taking.
yeah,
I'm
same.
out.
I do the best. This was the best I could do. It said for four-legged. It was like I went and took this in my front yard and just it was like
Nice.
he's hunting a velociraptor. So yeah, I'm with you. I can't pull off this level right here. I just have an iPhone in my pocket. That's all I have.
Yeah, like this looks great. Like I mean, look at that armor. I was just staring at that. I'm like, man, that the lighting on that looks great. Mine
Yeah, I mean, it just makes it look like it just elevates that figure. Like you're looking at that figure and you're going, yeah, it is. It's reflective on my shelf, but not that reflective. It's
not
just
like
that his
that.
use of light is
Mm,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really dope.
Almost looks die cast.
Man, it does, man.
Yeah, it really does. It really feels metal. It really does. Brian, this is yours. Once you talk us through it, I love this background, by the way. This background, I believe, is one of the extreme set backgrounds.
I think
I love this.
he could have saved this one for that space collab because this kind of
Yeah.
looks like he's in a space freighter or something, and he might have just either stole something and is running away from the guys behind him, or maybe it's part of his crew because I know he's a bounty hunter. So, but just the background is really amazing. The way that it looks just like he's on some kind of ship with the doors
Yeah.
behind him. Looks phenomenal.
Yeah, and I love that you don't know the story here. Like
Yep.
you can kind of make it up in your own head. Is he running away from the guy behind him? Is the guy behind him stalking him? Like he doesn't know he's back there, or is this one of his buddies? Is part of his crew,
Yep.
and like he's just lumbering through as backup. Like, yeah, there's a lot going on here. I need to get one of these extreme sets. These extreme sets, they're really well made. They're like really thick cardboard, but they've got dimension to them. Like there's like actual hallways with a little bit of dimension, and then the way you can set them up. I don't have any. I have flat backgrounds, and I need to upgrade. I need to get some of this. If I was a better photographer, I would definitely invest in some of these. Let's see here.
I like
Who's next?
the gray the platform. Like
Yeah,
that platform is
yeah.
big.
Yeah, that's fantastic because that grid work looks great. Like the grading on the floor looks really cool. You could also probably stand that upright and use it as like an imperial wall because it seems like this is whatever flooring store they shopped at, the Imperial Army, like in Star Wars, they're like, no, we're just gonna put that on the wall. We like that as wall decor. Jeff, yours is up next. You want to walk us through this one?
Thanos Copter, he's always coming up with awesome combinations, and Lino with Atreyu. Is that Gladiator
Yes.
Atreyu?
Yeah.
It's just awesome like meeting of the minds, meeting of the leaders type of thing, and then you got other Thundercat crew in the background, and I'm guessing that's the castle of
Cat Slayer.
Cat Slayer. So yeah, I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then he's using like older Thundercats, like that's Thundercats classics, right?
Yeah.
So
That's an older Lion-O for sure. Yeah.
So
But I
it was
like the
cool.
darker skin tone for him. I think it matches Atreyu's a little bit better. It's a little closer because the newer ones, they're more the Ultimates are a lot. He's a lot more orange.
Yeah.
They brightened up the colors.
So I
But just look at the interplay of the hands. It looks like those hands were made like those were handshaking hands, and we
Yeah.
know that they're not.
No.
But just the way that he's positioned them, yeah, it's really good. I like that a lot.
cool shot.
Yeah, very cool. I'm digging that. Love Snarf hanging out in the background. He brought his purse. This was I've had this on my phone, man, probably a month now, maybe more, 6 weeks or so. This was a custom that I came across that I really, really loved, by Chewy Rocks Toys. And so again, playing with the scale and whatever. So I can't remember this character's name, but this is a McFarlane Toys Ninja. I
Mm.
don't know the character's name. I can't remember off the top of my head. I actually did have this figure at one point, just because I wasn't familiar with the character. I think it's a Spawn character. The pants are really baggy. This is kind of like a more of a top down. He's kind of shooting downward. If you saw this figure straight on, you would see that the pants are pretty baggy, like ninja pants. And I just love this. But then I never would have thought to put Vero Atlas's head on there. And I just, is that Vero Atlas's head? No.
I think
Yeah,
that's the
This is
one
like
that
That's
from
the
the
comes in
heads
headset.
that
pack.
pack.
that's it. It's back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. This is not Vero's head. This is like one from the heads pack. But here's something that caught my attention. When I first scrolled past this figure, like this photograph, many weeks ago, what caught my attention was I thought the metal in the background were wings that this guy had put on him. And then I didn't realize until I stopped and like actually looked at it that that's kind of like that's like one of the like Legend of Zelda logos, right? Like
Yeah.
that's a logo that's printed on that box. But I was sitting here thinking to myself, I was like, man, like wouldn't that even be cooler? Like if he had like these little metal wings that came off of his back, like that's so dope.
Like archangel wings.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think if I would have just taken this photo myself and just been like, oh crap, that looks really cool. Like I probably would have lined it up and like tried to make it look like those wings were like actually like I think that's probably what I would have done. But I love this and I love this pop and swap. Like I don't think my brain just doesn't work that way. It doesn't like see like a Spawn character and go, I'm gonna put an AWOK head on there. But you know, our buddy Captain Firebeard, Elijah, does that all the time. Like he'll stick a AWOK head on top of a Mythic Legion's body, and even though they're not the same aesthetic, they instantly work because he's picking the right body and the right head, and it just works. It's so dope. Yeah, this is a really dope concept for sure. Yeah, it's from the heads pack. Yeah, dude, right? Like I thought there were wings too. Yeah, when I scrolled past it, I was like, oh, did he have wings on? And then I looked and I was like, no, I'm an idiot. But then that would be pretty dope. Uh now awesome. Okay. All right. Rob, do you have your custom to show? Because I was going to get into a little bit of customs. I have a picture, but if you have it to share, because I always want to, you know, if you guys have messed around with your AWOK figures and if you've done any pop and swaps, some of us are into that, some of us are not. And you know, I always want to share like stuff that we're doing. So like Rob's got a custom here. Won't you walk us through this, Rob? I'm gonna make you big.
Rob, I think you're muted.
No, you're on mute.
I was gonna say, I wonder if the picture would be better because it always does this blurry thing. You guys can see it.
Yeah, I can try. I can try the
Yeah,
let me try the let me try the photograph. Here's the picture that you sent us in your in your group.
Yeah, so that's
In
a
our group.
Alley Viper classified. One of my friends just painted it all in black. That's the Jaeger cape or whatever the hoodie thing
Right.
that he does. And
Yeah.
that scarf is from the Strupp family when they were doing like classifieds a couple of years ago.
Nice.
So I just popped this that one head that came into that heads pack that I didn't know I really had, which I wanted, and I found in a box, and I was like pretty stoked. And I still want to do the Punisher, like
Yeah.
with that, but I just popped his head on there, and it literally pops right on there.
That's
Oh, so it fits like the ball from
Yeah, it's
is
kind of
like
it's a little loose, not too bad, but there's like no need for any blue tack or anything. It goes right on there.
nice. Dude, where'd you get that gun from?
I think that's a gridiron.
Really? That's dope, man. That looks so good. Again, so first of all, like I would have assumed that that was either like a Valaverse body or maybe a Operation Monster Force. I didn't even think about it being like a
classified.
That's just
an Alley Viper.
all black Alley Viper. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can even
That
see a little
head
bit
looks
of
so
orange on
good.
his forearm right there.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
I've been thinking about playing more with Marvel Legends because I think Jason has said in the past that he wanted to base AWOK off of Marvel Legends, style and articulation and form and fit. So I've been looking
Yep.
at getting cheaper or some of my older Marvel Legends and mixing them in with AWOK.
Absolutely. 100% agree with that because that is why I ordered this. I got the apparently two pack. I got this 3 pack because because a bunch of you guys were in our chat don't have Hasbro Pulse. I do. I happened to just re-up mine a couple weeks ago, in in order to make sure I was getting all of these San Diego Comic Con exclusives. And this was not a set. Like when it was announced, I was like, I don't need that. But I was like, well, I do have Kazar and Zabu. I was like, well, I may as well get her. And that was mainly for AWOK. So I can mix these in with AWOK and have like a little tribe of humans that like shows up that they deal with in my head, like head canon. And
Yeah.
then I believe this is going to Rob, and then this is going to you. Yeah,
Right.
Brian. Yeah. So everybody's here. So I just got this. What?
I was like trying to look around to see if there's a
There
Marvel
we go.
one
Look at
around here.
Rob. Look at Rob.
The head pops on right. It's a little big though.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
I think chimpanzee heads ought to be a little bigger. I should think it looks
Yeah.
that looks dope, man. See, you
That's
put that on
funny.
any black and white figure and it's going to look incredible. I bet it would look incredible here. I just wanted to bring this guy back up because we've got some information here in the chat. Yep, that's exactly right. This is the Ghost Maker figure from McFarlane. I thought that was a Spawn character, but no, it is a Batman anti-hero.
Yeah.
The head that comes on him is fully like robot. It's like a shell of a face mask. Like so, it's just like a round mask. I don't remember if it's got eyes or just like little slits. It's kind of like an Iron Man mask in a way. It looks really cool. It looks really dope. Yeah, right. See, this is Rob just throws stuff together. He's like, yeah, here's the head, here's the body, and bam, it looks good. Um, yeah, I was just talking about the set with my buddy. Yeah, I think it would work out great. I've seen who was it that I was at a toy show like a year ago, and I think it was Savage Crucible had Zabu set up with some savages, the Lemurians, and it looked great. And I was like, now I got to go build that thing, and I did, and I painted it up. And I've since added some Creative Beast Studios dinosaurs and panthers and stuff to my collection. One I got from Heinrich, some I've been buying on my own. I've got a couple of pop and swaps that I did. This is one that I did for AWOK for the 4th of July. You guys probably remember this. I shared it in our chat group. But I was trying to make a red, white, and blue figure. So I made this guy, and I just absolutely loved the way it come out. And this wasn't like my doing. Like I did pull all the figures. I laid everything out and I was like, oh, 4th of July, what if we did red, white, and blue? And I was like, well, what do I have that's red? What do I have that's white? What do I have that's blue? And I'm going to put that together. And like the red and blue armor, I thought looked great together. I had this cape I bought for somebody else. I can't even remember who now at this point. And it's not even like around him. It's just kind of like tucked in his shoulder pad and it's tucked in right here. But I love the way this came out. And it's not me. It's Jason's parts and his color use that made this come to life. But I love the way this turned out. And
Yeah.
so I still have this put together on my shelf. I can't seem to like bring myself to take it apart, even though that's my favorite body. That's the Vero body. I'm gonna need
It's a
another
cool
Vero
cape,
Atlas.
dude. I really like that cape. Where'd you get that?
GPS lot.
Oh,
I
right.
think. Why did I buy it? I bought it for somebody.
Seems like it would be
Oh.
for Superman or something.
No, but that's what I was going to use it for. Because I got the dirty Superman. I have this. This was the first Superman figure that I got from the movie. Because it was like all dirty or whatever. But he's just got like a shell. It's like plastic. So I thought maybe I could take that cape and tear it up and dirty it up and give it to him. I just haven't done that yet. I'm trying to remember why I bought. Oh, I'll tell you why I bought it. I bought it because a friend of mine gifted me. What is the vampire Dracula from Marvel
Dracula.
Legends? He was
Marvel
like, I got this. I don't want it. Do you want it? And I said, yeah, send it to me. And he comes with like, does he come with like a plastic cape? I don't know if he comes with a plastic cape, but I was like, he would look good with a wired cape. So I bought that thinking I would use it for that, and I just never did. And then I took the wired cape that I bought for Vero Atlas. I had it just laying around. So I made this guy So I went all brown. Took that cape that I bought for Vero Atlas, give him the staff. So this is sort of like another, wizardy character. But just I love like the richness of like the browns and the purples and the little hint of gold. Um, so these are my most recent pop and swaps. I get most of my capes from GPS lot on eBay. Just search GPS lot, all one word. Um, they're based out of California, but they get all of their stuff from overseas. So I would say 9 times out of 10, when you order something, it's going to ship that week. You'll get it within 5 to 6 days, because it's coming from California. Every once in a while, I think everything he has listed says comes from California, but every once in a while I'll order something and it'll come from Hong Kong or something like that. Like it'll just take like 2 or 3 weeks.
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, though, you're getting it from California. Sometimes some stuff's out of stock, but that dude has so much 1/12, like 1/12 scale clothing, scarves, capes, jumpsuits. Like if you're looking for anything like clothing, soft goods related, wired or not, like GPS lot. Let's see. Oh yeah, Freaks Figures. GPS Lot's an awesome seller. I get all my soft goods from them. Yep. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So yeah, you guys definitely get on this right here because this sounds like they're going to be giving away a custom AWOK figure. I'm definitely going to make sure that I am. So Rob, Jeff, somebody tell me. I believe the way this works is that you need to contact one of the admins in the Instagram group, right? Like you need to contact endless_fables, or you could always contact Brick, like just
I
shoot
think
them a
there's
message.
Vaz photos or
Yeah,
something. I
Fast
forget.
photos.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like you're asking if they want to join the group or something.
Well, if they want to be part of the contest, right? Like I know that you like to be, I guess to be included like in their roundup whenever it says when photos are published on a certain day, isn't it correct? Like you have to contact them to be like included in that. You don't just put hashtag AWOK collab 52. Is that correct?
I'm not certain. I think you might have to be part of the group, but I could be totally wrong. You might
Okay.
just have to use that hashtag or something. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's just the hashtag.
And they can add you to the group. You just reach out to them.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. All right. So yeah, here's the best case scenario, guys. Listen, we'll just take all the guesswork out of it. On Instagram, if you want to be part of this group, reach out to endless_fables. That's the best way. This is his group. He's the one who created it and started it, I believe, with a couple of other people. So reach out to him, just shoot him a quick message and say, I want to be part of the group and I want to be included in the roundup. And then you definitely use the hashtag AWOK collab 52. I believe. I hope I'm not getting that wrong.
I'm gonna look
And
right now.
yeah,
But
Benny Torres says hello. One of my faves, but can't stay. Yep. Hello and goodbye. Hey, yeah, you popped in, man. You did your thing. That happens. Uh-oh. He's going on a date?
Yeah, he mentioned that on Greg's show this morning. He couldn't see today because he's going on a date. So
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Is it a blind date or first
no, he
date?
said it was a second date. So
Ooh, okay. All right. Well, there's pressure off then.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's the second date, it's pressure off. I'm talking like I know. Man, I ain't been on a date since
since the 90s.
over 20 years, man. Come on. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's a lot
Just-
different now. It's a lot
yeah,
different.
keep on talking because I'm
Yeah,
still
I'm sure. Yeah,
Okay.
things have changed since the 90s.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I
it's
just love that
AWOK.
all those. Oh, go ahead, Rob. What do you got?
Yeah, it's AWOK collab 52.
Okay. Yeah. AWOK collab 52. Perfect. Yeah. On Instagram. And then, yeah, just reach out to endless_fables if you want to be part of the group and be, featured in the roundup. Just using that hashtag, I don't know if that's going to get you noticed or whatever, especially if you're trying to land that custom. So, does anybody else have anything AWOK related you want to share, talk about? What you got, Brian?
I just have I don't have any kind of pop and swap talent, but just to show that you really don't need any pop and swap talent for these,
You don't?
I just took a onyx and an ash put a heads from the heads pack on them and put some of the armor, which, for example, they're like $18 for the bodies, $5 for the heads, $5 for the armor, and then you could just go and
Oh, look at that.
you just take one of, like, this is just one of the ash bodies with one of the
Yeah.
armor, with one of the heads from the heads back, and you make just a completely different figure. It's got this little ponytail, and
I love that head, and I never would have thought to put it on a gray body. I always try to put the head on the white body. I don't know why, or a fully armored body, like where you can't tell like what color. I love that. That's awesome, dude.
and this basically is like probably $26 total for like everything combined. And then you take the onyx, and of course the best head. You just the onyx
Heck
body.
yeah.
Put that on there, put some armor on there, and you just got a guard, you got whoever you want them to be, and you can switch these in and out all the time, and they're really easy to do.
Yeah, I do that. There are just some days where I feel really like inspired. Like I just maybe I'll have some free time and maybe I'm not painting a custom project or something, and I'll just go and grab 3 or 4 guys off my shelf and just lay them out, take all their armor and stuff off. I'll get a bowl of boiling water because you definitely need that. And then I just start taking things apart and just laying things together and seeing what works. And you'd be surprised at like what you can come up with. Like you'll just see stuff that starts like gravitating to each other and you're like, oh, this looks really cool. And then like you'll start realizing like, oh, I wasn't thinking of putting this head with this body or even this armor with this body. And then before you know it, you've like it just kind of comes together, you put it together, and then like the story starts happening in your head. You're like, well, he's got kind of spiky armor, so maybe he's more of a warrior. And then and then it's like, oh well, he needs this kind of weapon, and then you're fishing for like a perfect kind of weapon. And that's how it all just kind of happens organically, at least for me. That's what I do if I have free time. So this is definitely a good toy line to do that with. Dollarverse Action Force, I do that with them sometimes too. I'll just put a bunch of stuff out on the table and be like, all right, what am I making today? Yeah,
Yeah, which I don't
that's
know.
really cool.
I don't know if they said if they're doing more ancients down the line, but that would be really cool if they did more ancients and more armor, just so you can kind of keep doing this stuff.
If they stop making the ancients, that would be like a big bummer because they're
I have
Yeah.
a sneaky suspicion that they won't because it's a good way to do multiple colorways with the
Yep.
same mold. So
True.
once they
Yeah.
get the newer molds rolling,
Yeah,
we're gonna be seeing some cool colorways.
right.
I think
this
Like
I
the
was
think
yellow,
all
like the
done
yellow
from
lizard.
an ancient, just the black body.
oh wow, okay.
So, I mean, if they stop making these, that just be ridiculous.
Yep.
No offense,
Yeah.
Jason, love you, but don't stop making the ancients.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah. I think these companies are starting to realize that modern day action figures, so like in the 80s, you could just new colorway, right? And people would buy it. And that makes another character. And so the studios, the big toy companies were making basically the customs back there. And they were like, what do we do with this armor part or this body part? Or, how can we recolor this? And they were doing the customs. But I think modern toy lines have figured out that the longevity of a line is based on the community that pops up around it. And that community is either going to be taking pictures or they're going to be popping and swapping or they're going to be doing customs. And I remember recently watching Bobby Vala's interview with Jim Preziosi from Four Horsemen. And he was like, basically talking to him about when did you guys figure out that popping and swapping was going to be a big deal? And that was going to be, because he's like, we baked that in to the design of these figures from the get-go. So did Jason with AWOK. And I think you're seeing that. Yeah, like you're seeing like that's most toy lines these days are doing that. Some people are coming like AWOK came out the gate with weapons packs, heads packs, and armor packs, and the ancients, so the blank bodies. And yeah, I think they would be stupid not to continue that. And I think they know that. I don't. Yeah, I really. Yeah. Wouldn't you want like a big set of like different color painted like lizard bodies or fox bodies? The rabbits. All of the speedsters, the female bucks. Like, of course. Like that's the longevity right there. That's keeping the line going between their releases of waves. It takes some of the pressure off of them. They're like, we don't have to have a wave every month. We can have a wave every quarter. And people are going to the love of that line is going to be sustained through the creativity and what we give them to pop and swap. And yeah, it allows them, like Jeff said, to make more use out of these molds. So
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, guys, we hit an hour. We hit an hour. We actually did it. What we got going on over here? Uh-oh, did I lost my mouse stopped working all of a sudden? Okay. All right, that's fantastic. So I can't select anything. I was gonna highlight some comments uh in the uh in the chat, but I can't. So thank you guys for everybody showing up today. Brian, Jeff, Rob, I really am glad you guys made it. Yeah, here we go. Now my mouse is working. I wish I had like 5 Onyx bucks just to have some pop and swap friends. And yeah, man, for sure. Onyx is a really good one. I think when Greg Smurber got out of AWOK, he kept his Onyx. He was like, that's the only one I can't get rid of. I play with that guy too much. Keep the ancients coming. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Love that. That's my quote of the day. Thanks everybody for chiming in the chat. We really appreciate it. Thanks for Brick for the big update this past week. Thanks to Endless Fables for running the collab. Freaks Figures, thank you, buddy. Thanks for joining. And then Brian, Rob, Jeff, even though you're injured, thanks for joining us and hanging out today. I really appreciate it. And yeah, until next time, guys. See you in the jungle.